Well, it's that time of the year again where everyone loves to dress up as their favorite superheroes. In my case, I am a dropshipping Power Ranger, protecting the world from misinformation and bad suppliers. In all seriousness, Halloween is coming up in a couple of months, and right now is the time that you need to start prepping your store to be ready for this massively popular holiday. Every single year, millions of people across the entire world start dressing up and decorating their houses, which makes this time of the year particularly profitable for us dropshippers. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be counting down the 17 most profitable and best-selling items that you can offer this spooky season for Halloween. All right, so let's go ahead and roll that intro and let's get started. What's going on, everyone? Mar here with AutoDS, and if you haven't done so already, please remember to smash that subscribe button and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future updates. On this channel, we cover everything dropshipping related, starting from some of the best possible tips and tricks to some of the hottest selling products for some scary profits. Now, to go along with this video, we are going to have an easy to reference cheat sheet with all of the different items and all of the different links that I'm going to be talking about in this video. If you want access to that, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag Halloween dropshipping, and let me know which one of these spooky products is your favorite. Once I see that you went ahead and did that, I'll go ahead and reply back with a link to the cheat sheet. Also, if you want to read up on any of the different products that I'm mentioning in this video, then I'm going to have a link in the description down below to a relevant article. So by the time this video releases, it's going to be around the beginning of August, which makes it the perfect time for you to start setting up your store for Halloween. Aside from Christmas, Halloween has to be one of the biggest holidays worldwide, which makes it a gold mine for all of us dropshippers. Now, of course, if you don't have any trending or hot items, then you're not going to be able to dig into that gold mine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the 17 best products that you can offer this Halloween for some scary profits. So the first item on this list is going to be costumes. And of course, what product is going to be more popular during Halloween than costumes? Now, when it comes to costumes, there's a few different things that you need to consider. For one, most of the costumes that are going to be trending for any year are going to be, for the most part, characters from either movies or cartoons, which as dropshippers, we tend to stay away from things like that because of course, copyright issues. We don't want to land in any legal trouble. Now, the risk is really going to be dependent on whatever platform you're selling on. So if you start selling copyrighted items on Etsy, they're going to crack down on you a lot quicker than they would, let's say, if you're selling on your own website. Now, realistically speaking, if you're selling on your own website and you offer some of these products, especially if you only have them up for a couple of months, more than likely you're going to be fine. The chances of you receiving a cease and desist are going to be minimal. But in order to minimize any risk, here's a couple of things that you can do. Guaranteed, one of the more trending costumes this year for couples are going to be Barbie and Ken, due to the popularity of the movie. That movie is absolutely huge right now, and it exploded at the box office. Now, we want to have these types of costumes in our store because they're going to be selling. People are going to be searching for these, but we don't want to specifically label them as Barbie and Ken. What we can do instead is name them something like Dolls Couple Costume, or Couples Doll Costume, or Couples Dolls Toys Costumes. You know what? I have a great idea. Let's run over to ChatGPT really quick and see what it suggests we use as alternative names. So we're at ChatGPT right now, and this is all I'm going to ask it for. What are some alternative names for couples Barbie and Ken costume that do not include the copyright names Barbie and Ken? So let's see what suggestions it gives us. All right, so it actually gave us some pretty good ones. So for one, we have Dream Doll Duo Costume, Classic Toy Couple Costume, Fashion Doll and Toy Guy Costume, Fashionable Dolls Costume Set, Iconic Doll and Toy Companion Costume, and a few others. So these are just a few different suggestions that you can use for your Barbie and Ken costumes. Now, that was for couples. When it comes to girls and women, one of the more popular costumes that are going to be out is definitely going to be Wednesday Addams. So if you want to add a Wednesday Addams costume to your store, then chances are it's going to sell because people are definitely going to be searching for this. Now, of course, Wednesday Addams, once again, is also trademarked. So here's a couple of alternative names that you can use. Gothic Family Member Costume, Creepy Daughter Ensemble, Dark and Mysterious Dress Up, Morticia's Offspring Attire. That one's interesting. But Morticia is the name of Wednesday Addams, so I'm not entirely sure if you can use that. But then again, it would really depend if the name Morticia is copyright, which I can't really tell you if it is or not. Enigmatic Manor Maiden Costume. That's an interesting one. Macabre Young Lady Dress. I actually like that one. That was not that bad. And of course, a few others. Now, for boys and men, we have Jedi costumes. And as a generic costume that pretty much anyone is going to be looking for, we also have superhero costumes. Now, the second item for the top Halloween dropshipping products is going to be spiderweb lights. During Halloween, when people are trick-or-treating, one of the more common house decorations that you see are spiderwebs. Now, to make these spiderwebs a bit more spookier and even more visible at night, you can offer some that have LED lights. Now, as an added bonus, you can offer some that also have a remote control and different strobe lighting effects. Spiderwebs are an extremely profitable item to sell during Halloween because spiderwebs, spiders, cobwebs, these are all essential staples in the horror culture. Like, let's be real, who isn't scared of spiders? The next item on this list is going to be Halloween silicone molds. These molds are used to make either candles or wax or little statues of a bunch of different types of figures. In this case, Halloween. So some of the more common figures that you're going to be seeing are going to be things like jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, skulls, bats, spiders, and a few others along those lines. Now, this type of product is extremely popular with the DIY niche. So people that have their own businesses or that like to create things are going to be the ones that are searching for these types of products, specifically the silicone molds. Now, this type of product can also be used in the kitchen. So you can use it to mold things like cookies, brownies, or even ice cubes. So you have a few different ways that you can market it and a few different demographics that you can market it to. Now, the fourth item on this list is going to be floating Halloween candles. So these are pretty cool because you can either set a magical vibe like in Harry Potter, or you can do a spooky vibe like from a horror movie. But regardless of how they're used, floating Halloween candles, or candles in general, are an absolute staple in Halloween. And that's what makes these best sellers for the Halloween season. Now, candles you can find in tons of different sizes and variations. You can offer some that you can stick on the wall, or some that hang from the ceiling, or even some that float in water. So just make sure you offer as many different variations as you can to target as wide of a demographic as possible. Now, of course, what is Halloween without any candy? And that brings us to our fifth item on this list: trick-or-treat buckets and candy bowls. Now, when it comes to the trick-or-treat buckets, you're going to find a bunch of different styles. You're going to find some that come in different shapes, different sizes, different characters, different colors, different sizes. The possibilities for these are absolutely endless. So whatever theme you're going for on your Halloween store, or let's say whatever costumes you're offering on your Halloween store, try to offer matching trick-or-treat buckets. Now, as far as the candy bowls, those are typically used for those lazy people that don't like to open the door for trick-or-treaters, and they just leave a bowl of candy on the outside for them to take. For these, you also have a few different variations, but for the most part, you want to offer some that are scary and spooky, such as these spider web bowls. Now, as an added bonus, you can offer some bowls that are interactive, so some that move or talk whenever you reach in to grab some candy. Those are sure to scare the trick-or-treaters. Now, you can't spell Halloween without blood and gore. Actually, you can, but you know what I mean. Blood and gore are an absolute staple in Halloween and the horror culture, which makes bloody hand and footprint stickers a bestseller this spooky season. These are used primarily by people that love to decorate their houses and make it as spooky as possible for Halloween. Halloween stickers typically are going to be pretty cheap because stickers for the most part are fairly low priced, but the good thing about these is the fact that you can sell them in larger sets. A lot of the times people aren't going to just buy one or two, they're going to buy a large amount of them to either stick around the inside of their house or around the outside of their house. The cool thing about these too is the fact that they come in a few different styles. So you can get handprints and footprints, but you can also get things like bloody text, which adds to the spookiness. This next product on our list also comes in a few different variations, well, quite a lot of different variations, and I'm talking about headbands and wigs. Now, wigs can be used for people to dress up either like a celebrity or even a character. Now, as an added bonus, you can offer cosplay wigs. Cosplay wigs, for the most part, are going to be the same thing as regular wigs, but a lot of them are going to be themed towards specific characters, whether they be from video games, movies, or TV shows. Now, these for sure are going to come in tons of different styles, lengths, colors, and the variations for these are literally endless. But one thing that you can do in order to get a bit more profit on upsell is sell these as packages with your costumes. So let's say you're doing a Barbie and Ken costume or a couple's doll costume, you can offer one of these wigs to be able to match as part of a set. Witches are also a staple in Halloween culture, which makes witch hats and broom sets an absolute must-have for your dropshipping store. Now, these are best sold as a set and can also be considered costumes. Now, the next item on this list is actually one of my personal favorites, and I'm talking about Halloween animatronics. There's something about walking past one of these different figures and just seeing them come to life or try to scare you. They're absolutely fantastic and I absolutely love them. So as you can see, these come in quite a few different variations. For one, you have the zombies that lay on the floor that whenever you pass by them, they try to grab you or they start moving. Another option are the spiders that can hang from the house, which will go up and down as the day goes by. There's a bunch of different variations that you can offer when it comes to the Halloween animatronics. And the good thing about these is the fact that they can be priced a bit higher than most other products. Since these are interactive and can basically come to life, people are typically willing to pay a bit more for this type of product. Another thing that screams Halloween and spooky season is death and skeletons, which makes animal skeletons another absolute must for you to be offering in your dropshipping store. The cool thing about these animal skeletons is that you can literally place them anywhere around the entire house, whether it be inside, outside, on the floor, on the roof, or even hanging from the ceilings. And because of that, you want to offer as many variations to these skeletons as you can. So offer dog skeletons, cat skeletons, bird skeletons, bat skeletons, human skeletons. Of course, not real skeletons. Now, Halloween isn't just the time to get scared and go out trick-or-treating. It's also the time to party, which makes things like Halloween straws a bestseller. Now, during Halloween, people of all ages are going to be partying, whether it be kids, teenagers, and adults. Halloween is definitely known as a time to party. So because of that, you can offer multiple different kinds of straws. So as you can see, you have the basic black and yellow and white straws, which are the typical Halloween colors, but then you also have a few different variations. So you have some that have skulls skulls, some that have spiders, some fun twisty plastic straws for the kids. Overall, Halloween straws can be a fun addition to any Halloween party of any age. Up next, similar to our LED spiderwebs, we have spiderweb garlands. Now these are fairly similar to the LEDs, except they're not going to be lit up. These come in a few different variations and a few different styles, as well as different sizes. For the most part though, these spiderwebs are going to be placed on things like wreaths, flowers, and leaves. Up next in our 13th spot, we have another one of my favorites, and that's inflatable Halloween decorations, especially the really big ones that you can put in front of your house. Those are absolutely awesome. I love them. Now for these, you have the option to offer a ton of different variations. You have some oversized one and you have some standard sized ones, which for the most part can vary anywhere between 2 to about 8 or even 10 feet. Some even bigger than that. For the most part, these are also going to have their own fans, which helps inflate them. Some of the more popular designs that you can offer are going to include ghosts, jack-o'-lanterns, grim reaper, and giant spiders. Up next at number 14, adding to the overall aesthetic of a spooky haunted house, we have graveyard tombstones. People are going to be placing these in front of their house, and one of the great things about these is that you can sell these as sets. For the most part, people aren't going to be buying just 1 or 2. They're going to be buying maybe 5 or 6 to be able to spread out across their yard. As an accessory to almost any scary costume, you can also offer fake scars and stitches as tattoos. So these are going to be tattoo sets that you can offer, whether it be alone or as an add-on, which feature multiple kinds of bloody wounds or scars. At number 16, we have Halloween yard scarecrows. Now these aren't going to be your typical straw scarecrows. A lot of the times these are going to feature the Grim Reaper himself scaring off trick-or-treaters from your yard. Now coupled with the foam tombstones, these scarecrows will make the perfect aesthetic for any spooky house or any haunted house. And finishing up this list at our number 17 spot, we have LED pumpkin and ghost string lights. These string lights offer the perfect finishing touch to any spooky outdoor event or haunted house. They're kind of dim, they're not too bright, which makes it perfect for Halloween, and they feature some of the more prominent Halloween figures such as jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, ghosts, skeletons, you name it. Now looking over the entire list, I just realized that that's a lot of products for you to add to your dropshipping store. Of course, that can translate into some pretty high profits, but the time that you're going to take adding all of these products to your store manually can take quite a bit. So let me show you a quick way for you to be able to start importing these products to your store in pretty much just a few clicks. You're going to be able to import as many products as you want in just a few minutes. Check this out. So right now we're over at autods.com and I'm already logged into my account. Now right now I only want to add about 4 or 5 different products, but if you choose to add more, maybe 20 or 30 different ones, you can use this same method. So for one, let me actually take one of these Halloween lights. The one that I liked was this one right here. All I'm going to do is go ahead and copy over the link, and over at autods.com I'm going to go ahead and click on add products and multiple products. Here I'm going to paste it, then I'm going to hit enter. Then I also wanted to add one of these tombstones. The one that I liked was actually this one right here. I'm going to take that link as well, add it, and I also did that for a couple of more products. So now that I have all of the different links here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on add as draft. Now, as you can see down here, all of the items that I added are being added as drafts to my store. So now I'm simply going to click over to the draft section, and once I'm on here, you can see the different items that I went ahead and I added. So here we have the spider web, the lights, and the tombstones. Now they're not live on my store just yet. They're just sitting in my draft section. I need to make a few adjustments to these items. So let's go ahead and click to edit. And once we're here, we can go ahead and edit anything that we need to for the product. So for one, we can go ahead and optimize the title. And we also have the option to be able to optimize the title with AI. If we're selling on Shopify, we have the option to be able to add it to any one of our collections. And we also have our preferred shipping method. So here we can either choose cheapest with tracking, or the fastest with tracking. My recommendation, always stick to cheapest with tracking because for one, it's the cheapest, and two, you get tracking information with it. If you just choose the cheapest, you can go ahead with that, but just remember that you're not going to have tracking information associated with it. Also here you have a few more tabs, such as the description where you can edit the product description. You have the different variants where you can make any necessary adjustments, and you can also set the price based on a few different factors. So you can either set a sell price for all of the different items, or you can enter a percentage to increase the price of all of your items or all of your variations. You also have the images tab where you can edit or delete any of the images, and the item specifications, which has a bit more information on the product itself. Once you made all of your necessary adjustments and you're ready to sell this item and have it go live on your store, all you have to do is simply click on save and import, and it'll be live in your store within a few minutes. And that wraps up this video, guys. Those were the top products for you to start dropshipping this Halloween season. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it informational, if you enjoyed watching me explain all these different things to you, then make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss out on any future videos or updates. Huge thank you to everyone for watching. It truly means a lot, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Once again, my name is Mario with AutoDS, and catch you guys next time.